Everybody likes to unwind after work or school with a couple of hours spent playing a favorite video game. But some games won't let us stop there. These time-sucking black holes are so downright addictive that we can't just put them down and walk away. We have to take care of one last thing, and then another, and before we know what's happened, the sun's coming up. Because many of the games in this list come from series full of similarly engaging titles, we've decided to only allow one game per franchise. With that said, here are 10 life-ruining video games you should probably play at your own risk. World of Warcraft. When World of Warcraft was released in 2004, it rocketed to cultural icon status, easily displacing the EverQuest series as the MMORPG to play. And play it we did. At one point, there were over 10 million unique WoW subscribers, all duking it out for glory in Azeroth and beyond. Like many MMOs, World of Warcraft is known for being a notorious time suck. During its heyday, stories of people losing jobs, friends, and even marriages to the game circulated amongst its players. On the other hand, several real-life marriages also resulted from people playing WoW together. One way or the other, it's consumed people's lives. And though WoW's stranglehold on gamers isn't what it used to be, we're still hard-pressed to find a better example of a popular MMO that irrevocably altered the lives of so many players. The Sims 2. Back when the original Sims was released, nobody could have imagined how huge it would get. But when it turned out to be a surprise hit, developers Maxis worked hard to ensure that the sequel, The Sims 2, would be even harder to put down. Subsequent entries just weren't as good. Don't even talk to us about The Sims 4. But number 2 was pretty close to perfect. It expanded the game in many ways, allowing players to become even more engrossed in the virtual lives they oversaw, while adding 3D graphics and a number of hit expansion packs. No other Sims game has ever come close to the magical cocktail of flexibility and free choice that was The Sims 2. To this day, it remains a dangerously addictive good time that can turn casual gamers into obsessive fans almost overnight. EVE Online. Speaking of MMOs, if we dig a bit deeper into the genre, we come across EVE Online, a truly massive game set in outer space. Unlike in WoW, EVE's players have a direct and lasting effect on the game's world. EVE isn't for everyone, but for those who do find themselves drawn into the world of spacefaring trade and politics, it often becomes a years-long commitment. As you might expect from a game where players make a big difference, player alliances or corporations can become massive, with levels of bureaucracy that would give most CPAs a headache. Some high-ranking players have even been known to send instructions to their subordinates outside the game, and have underlings take care of the details while they're indisposed with real life. Still, no dedicated EVE player is ever far from the game. Once it's a part of someone's life, it's there for good. The Witcher 3: The Wild Hunt. The continuing adventures of seasoned Witcher Geralt of Rivia take their most dramatic and engrossing turn in The Witcher 3. This game has a serious, thoughtful, and action-packed story to tell, same as its predecessors. What makes it different is the sheer scope and scale of the free-roaming, in-game world. With countless characters, side quests, and monsters to discover, there's an almost endless amount of things to do in even a single playthrough of this modern masterpiece. The memorable characters and exciting plot put it over the top, making it a world players never want to leave once they've visited. Once you start playing The Witcher 3, there's a pretty good chance your friends won't see you until you've finished. League of Legends. Indisputably the most popular entry in the fast-paced and highly competitive MOBA genre, League of Legends has some 67 million monthly players worldwide. Many people consider it the pinnacle of real-time, third-person PvP gaming. With an enormous array of colorful champions and strategic maps to play, no two games of LOL are ever quite the same, which means there's no way to cruise to a win on autopilot. The thrill of victory and the agony of defeat are never far away, and the skill factor is very high. Luck isn't much of a factor in League of Legends. All that intensity makes it addictive to the point that fans spend much of their free time writing about, discussing, and drawing pictures of their favorite heroes. It's definitely fun, but if you want to keep the social life you've already got, we recommend you approach LOL with extreme caution. Sid Meier's Civilization 5. There's no such thing as a Civilization game that isn't addictive. We all have our favorite entries in the series, but there really aren't any bad ones. But if we had to pick one that stands head and shoulders above the rest, we'd have to pick the latest and greatest. Civ 5 has the most factions, the most leaders, and arguably the most balanced gameplay of them all. It keeps players coming back for more with Civilization's trademark replayability, augmented with new content, new game modes, and more clever innovations and thoughtful design choices than we can shake a stick at. Competitors like Europa Universalis are also good, but at the end of the day, there's no question. At least until the recently announced Civilization 6 goes up for sale, Civ 5 is the undisputed heavyweight champion of the 4X strategy genre. Dark Souls 3. Don't let the words "you died" stop you. Seeing them is about the only way to know you're making progress in the brutally challenging world of the Dark Souls games. The underlying philosophy of the series is that failure is the best teacher. Dark Souls 3 is arguably the best game of the series, and as players learn to appreciate its school of hard knocks, it becomes harder and harder to put down. What initially seems like a grim but unremarkable hack-and-slash adventure game quickly becomes more, as the subtle depths of Dark Souls 3's combat strategies are revealed in fight after fight with enemies that seem too strong to beat until you do. The rush of finally overcoming an enemy you thought was impossible is addictive, and it's what keeps players coming back for more and more, rain or shine, for months and months after the first fateful death. The Elder Scrolls V Skyrim. Every new Elder Scrolls game is a great value for the money, offering hundreds of hours of exploration and questing right out of the box, and Skyrim is no exception. With the best graphics of any Elder Scrolls game to date and a classic story of a kingdom divided, it's not hard to heed the call of the Greybeards and fulfill your destiny as the Dragonborn. However, for people with the PC version of the game, that's only the beginning. Skyrim's robust mod community offers everything from simple graphical changes to entirely new games, lovingly crafted with the game's powerful toolkit. Despite an ill-advised attempt at a paid mod store a while ago, Skyrim is back on track now, with so many free mods that it would literally take years just to experience them all. That puts it over the top, even amongst its open-world peers. Grand Theft Auto V Online. GTA 5 is a true showcase of what Rockstar North can do with an enormous budget, plenty of time, and years of experience. The main single-player game is long, even for GTA. Add in a huge array of side quests and other pastimes like golf, and it's easy to get wrapped up in Los Santos for weeks on end. But what really takes GTA 5 over the edge is its online mode. With a constant trickle of quality content, the game becomes almost infinitely entertaining. Best of all, the online stuff is included with the price of the basic game. Just hook your game up to an internet connection and you'll always have more GTA to play anytime you want. Considering how much fun the game is to play though, you might be better off going easy on it for the sake of the rest of your life. Minecraft. Minecraft is more than just a game. It's a phenomenon, with all kinds of spin-off products and a global fan following. So what's the big draw? Just ask any Minecraft player. It's a sandbox gamer's dream come true, as varied and complicated as you want it to be. People have spent weeks and months building just about anything else you can imagine, which they can then share with their friends and the rest of the world. There are enemies to guard against, resources to hoard, materials to craft, and secrets to uncover. And every time it seems as though it's all been done, an update, mod, or player creation comes along to show you just how much life the game still has left. With no signs of slowing down, Minecraft is sure to stay one of the most addictive video games in the world for a long time to come. So, which video games threaten to ruin your life? Think we should have gone with a different entry from your favorite series? Do you know anyone who got married or divorced because of a game? Leave a comment and let us know. If you like this video, give us a thumbs up and check out the rest of our channel. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to CBR for cool vids about movies, action heroes, gaming, comics, and more.